So to do this nail, I started the tip out. I prepped the tip, but before I glued the tip onto the nail, I put a hole in it with a hole puncher. Just a regular hole puncher.
Okay, so I started off with a tip, and then I used a hole puncher, and I put a hole in the tip. Then I glued the tip onto the nail, and then I prepped it like you would prep any other nail tip. After it's prepped, then you would take the bead and set it in any position that you want inside of your hole, and then you would use your acrylic to put 2 dabs on each side of the metal pins, like so. Allow this to dry and continue on putting your acrylic on like you normally would, without letting acrylic get on your bead to stop it from being able to spin. So for my spinning nail, what I started off with was my hole puncher right here. It's just a cheap little hole puncher, and I'm using my fuchsia clear tips, and I used it and I punched a hole in my tip. It's real easy to do. Punchers really do punch through the tips fairly easy. And so that's a nice size hole, and it can fit my beads right here. That I got the beads from. And I think I paid $2, and these are Swarvorski beads right here. They're very small. I really got a lot of them for $2. So, you always want to make sure that your bead can fit in the hole, which this one can. And I'll show you guys how to prep the metal post with the bead. So these are my posts. They're already shortened the size. You get a nice size pack from Joann Fabrics for $1.29. And they're still too long, so you're going to need your nippers to nip them shorter and able to, what size you want for your hole. Let's use this. Maybe you can see better. Yeah, on top of there. So you basically want to figure out which side and which angle you want it to be in. I normally like mine in an angle this way just because I have more nail to work with. So I just about know what size I'm going to have it. And mind you, you can always go back and nip them shorter. So there we go. My little piece here. So yes, so you go ahead. I also have something else that I use to assist me in holding this, but you go ahead and put that on top of there. And once you actually have your tip on your nail, it'll actually be easy to set this on top of the hole and it be in place. It'll sit still long enough so you can get the acrylic on both sides. You will set it there. It will actually sit still for you too if you hold the nail in a certain angle while you get that one first bead of acrylic down there first. Once you get your first small bead of acrylic on there and let it dry, You just move your bead to the other side, and you could do the other side.
Now I'm going to set a small bead of acrylic on one side. And I'm going to allow that to dry so I can slide my bead over. And then I'm going to put a bead of acrylic on the other side. Just let that harden up in place. And I could tap and slide my bead over. Because I don't want to get any acrylic on my bead to make it not be able to spin. So now I have some acrylic over each metal post on both sides, and I'm going to allow this to dry, and then I'm going to show you guys what acrylic I'm going to use to cover my tip with. Now that both sides is dry, my bead can swing back and forth and move around. I've decided to use this mix that I got from OTD 3816. I think it'll go well on top of this fuchsia tip. And this mix is so pretty. It has chunky glitter, fine glitter, diamond robust glitters, and ice mylar in it. So I'm gonna go ahead and making sure not to get any acrylic on the bead. I love her mixes. They are very chunky. And I love nails that have a lot going on. This most definitely qualifies for such nail. So this is what it looks like so far. I'm going to go ahead and finish this nail up, and I'll be back. So I got the nail bed on, and I got the rest of it on, and now I have to put my clear all over. But I figured since I have a spinning nail that's kind of pimpish, so I have my little rabbits right here, and I'm gonna put a rabbit on there, and then I'm gonna put the clear on top. And so I'll see you guys just as soon as that's done. First I have to figure out which rabbit I want to use, and I think I'm gonna go with silver. If I could get the case open. Yep, I got it open. One silver rabbit. Where I'm gonna put it at? I think I'm gonna put it at the bottom right here. A little dab of acrylic. So I'll come back when it's finished.